Have you ever heard of the term about having plans is great until you get punched in the face? Well, that's exactly what Mike Tyson said once, and it's a great quote. And the reality is that a lot of people think that I just need a plan and a planning to, get to a particular goal or practice success or profit practice or freedom practice. And the reality is that number one, yes, you do need a plan. But number two is that you also have to be flexible and adaptable to that plan, because oftentimes the plan never goes towards the action that you think you have originally scheduled for. And everybody gets disappointed when the plan doesn't come through. The reality is that those two aspects, have a plan, but also be adaptable, are really important. But there's a fundamental underlying assumption that we often forget. The underlying assumption is this. Number one is your plan actually is a good plan, right? Right. So oftentimes people create a plan and thinking that, well, yeah, I created a plan, so therefore it must be good. No, that's actually not true. I've gone through, hundreds of clients of mine who actually, tell me their plans, and most of the time, I would say at least 90% of the time, we'll have to make some correction to it. And this is before we even get started. So you can imagine how many people actually have creating plans thinking that that's all they need. So I'm telling you, having a strategy and a plan is not the only way, because the fundamental underlying assumption is that you actually have a good plan. And most of the time, it's not that great. The second underlying assumption is that you're making too as well, is that you can actually execute the plan accordingly to exactly how you wrote down. And like I said, one of the very first things, when you get punched in the face sometimes, when things go bad, are you able to adapt and move along with it? And oftentimes, you need to have that different perspective to kind of help you navigate through those plans. And that is exactly what a coach does. That's exactly what I do for my clients. It's really helping you to do two things: gain some perspective on whether or not the plan you actually have is a good one. And number two is to make sure to help you see, not to help you execute, because the underlying assumption I make when clients work with me is that they're already hard workers. They're already executors. The thing that I actually help them most with is actually prepare them for the potholes that they're just about to experience before they even know it. Because the reality is that every plan has to plan not just for success. You need to actually learn how to plan through failure, meaning that every plan has to know that there's going to be obstacles in your way. Do you know what those obstacles are? Can you see every single one of them? Well, that is what a coach does, is that a coach actually sees exactly how your plan is going to be executed, but also knows the potholes are going to be that are in front of you, so you know how to either one, avoid them, two, ride through them and be able to be okay and not be too damaged on the other side of those potholes. That is the importance of a coach. Understanding and fundamentally looking at designing the plan with great perspective, making sure it works, and also being able to help you prepare to go through potholes. If you're interested about letting me help you create a profit practice or a freedom practice, if you want to know what that looks like, then give us a call. You know where I am. Message me. I'm Lawrence Tam, your chiro coach. Go to check out the YouTube videos and also the podcast. And go joinnitro.com is where you can actually get access to me, and let's have a conversation to see whether I can create a plan for you to create the success that you want in the upcoming year.